And we do welcome you back to Golf Talk of the Carolinas. John Hockaday, Doug Thompson, and Daniel Naveau here in the booth. And guys, we got a special guest on the phone, Bob Forman. He is a certified golf fitness instructor, author, and speaker, internationally recognized as a leader in golf fitness programming, master's degree in exercise physiology. Doug, I think this guy can help you. Certifications, Titleist Performance Institute, Gray Institute, American College of Sports Medicine. And his goal is helping golfers enhance swing mechanics and efficiency, increasing distance, improving playing performance, and keeping you from getting injured.
That's what I like.
He has been doing this 35 plus years. Bob Forman, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Listen, great to have you here. And listen, we've got some really accomplished players in the booth here. They got a little age on them, and we're going to be talking about doing some things that I guess those of us that get a little more up in age need to be doing to stay stretched out and flexible and all that good stuff. And we know that you can help us. So let's talk about it.
All right. You got it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely needed because most golfers are not physically prepared to play this game well, so they don't play up to their potential a lot of times, and they get hurt. And so, I mean, it's they got to put a little bit of sweat equity into it, and when they do, the game can be fun again.
Yeah. You know, prepping before a round is something I'm pretty good at as far as for my body. I do a lot of stretching because holding Daniel's crying towel, that thing gets heavy around 16 or 17, so there's a lot of weight involved. No, seriously, I do things like lean through the cart. You know, I put my arms on the roof of the cart and lean through it, and that stretch is pretty good for me. That works pretty good. But get into some detail about what somebody our age needs to be working on just to keep us from getting hurt.
Well, especially, I would add this to it. You know, we got to occasionally play a 2 and 3 day tournament at our age.
Good point.
And you know, I'm pretty good at getting loosened up that first round, but that second round a little tougher.
And the third round's even tougher.
Third
you're right about
even
that.
harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us some tips, Bob. Give us some tips here.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be right back in the old days. You'd go out on a golf trip and play 36 holes a day. Now you're lucky to get 18 in and survive it. Well, I mean, most golfers are our bodies are out of whack. I mean, I've been working with golfers all levels for the past 16 years or so, and when you take somebody through a little physical assessment, I have yet to find anyone, and this is even tour players, that pass everything in the assessment. So everybody's got these musculoskeletal deficiencies that are impacting our swing efficiency, impacting our playing performance, and impacting our injury. I mean, here's a simple little test, all right? So if you stand up and if, like, Doug and Daniel look at each other, look at your thumbs, and just kind of put your arms down at your side. And which direction are your thumbs pointing? Are they pointing straight ahead, or are they turned inward a little bit?
Mine's straight ahead.
I had myself too.
Good. Well, most golfers, because of posture, and we're finding a lot of golfers have rounded shoulders these days because of cell phones, because of computers, and because we're sitting at desks. So we get into this rounded shoulder posture, and that shows up as a seat posture out on the golf course, which is robbing our ability to generate a lot of club head speed. And it also sets you up for a lot of shoulder impingement. So the biggest thing first is to identify what musculoskeletal deficiencies you have. And like I say, everybody has them. And then once you identify those deficiencies, you can target a specific program for those deficiencies, for those muscle groups, so that you can correct those. And as you do so, you allow yourself to swing more efficiently. You get that distance back that we used to have when we were younger. Your playing performance improves. And like I say, these same deficiencies can lead up to these various injuries like low backs and shoulders and hips. So, yeah, I mean, it's key to determine, and then it's key to do some work, and stretching is a big part of it.
What if you were never long to start with?
Like me.
We can get you.
I didn't say that, Danny.
We can get you down the fairway. Definitely.
Hey,
Definitely. I mean, because and that's a product of power generation, right? So power comes from flexibility and strength. So you need to get into a resistance strength training program to get some of the muscle back that we've lost.
Resistance.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Elaborate.
Because we all are losing muscle mass, so you got to do strength training exercises, right? To get some of that muscle back, because it's the muscle that generates the power. And we start losing muscle at the ripe old age of 30. And when you hit 50, you lose tremendous amounts of muscle tissue, almost a pound a year. So there's a reason for the senior teeth.
Oh,
And
yeah.
most people won't do any type of resistance training, strength training, and it's important that they do, because that's going to help them maintain that power in their swing and the distance, or gain more distance. So, if they isolate some of the major muscle groups, they do some golf-specific strength training, yeah, you can definitely enhance distance.
Now, Bob, for the people like me, resistance mean to use weight, not resisting the exercise, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Making sure.
Yeah, I thought he was referring to like resistance bands and stuff. I do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do
Trying
that.
to stay
Sure.
flexible.
Well, listen, Bob, both these guys in the booth, Doug and Daniel, both have a golf club in their hand, and they're ready for a couple of stretching exercises. Can you walk them through a couple that you recommend that golfers do prior to play?
Yeah, definitely. All right. So mid-back, thoracic spine, that's where rotation needs to come from in the golf swing. So if you stand with the club held out in front of you, arms extended at shoulder height, turn your right palm up, your left palm down. Now, rotate the club to the left. So bring your right hand up and over, and then keeping the elbows locked, rotate your body to the left until you feel that nice gentle stretch in through the back of the shoulder, mid-back area.
Oh, yeah.
They're both straining right now.
I don't do that.
Yeah. And just hold that and make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath.
Daniel just busted a button.
I busted my belly.
No, I like that.
Hey.
I feel that.
Can you feel the
Yeah,
Yeah, right where he said I feel it.
yeah,
Straight elbows.
yeah, definitely.
Don't
And then you come back to the starting position, change the hands around, so your left palm will be up, your right palm will be down. All right, so flip the club to the right and then rotate the body to the right so you feel that gentle stretch. Now, as you're doing that, make a mental note if you've got more range of motion going to your right versus to your left. Are you tighter on one side? Because a lot of people are.
I can tell.
And then you just spend more time on the tighter side.
Daniel did not turn as much back
yeah,
that way.
I feel good, man. I like that stretch.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one to do on.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one to do when you're warming up. Good to do during your round so that you stay loose.
Is this time for a water break?
Get the sweat towels out, right?
These guys are struggling through that. That was a tough exercise.
That was good there,
We-
man. That feels good. You need to try. I'll try that
Yeah.
to break with John. I'll get him.
All right, so here's one for your shoulder rotation. Because you find a lot of golfers don't have that, what's called external shoulder rotation, being able to rotate their arm backwards, because that's what you're going to do in the backswing on the trail side, right side for a right-handed golfer. So if you take the golf club, hold it by the grip, and extend the golf club up towards the ceiling. Extend your arms straight out in front of you, again, shoulder height.
Which hand are they using?
We'll go with the right one first.
Okay.
Now you want to bend the elbow 90 degrees so that the club starts to kind of almost hit the back of the shoulder or arm. And then reach down with the left hand, grab onto the club shaft, and gently pull that club forward. And you're going to get some rotation in the shoulder backwards, in the arm backwards, so that you're working external shoulder rotation.
Awesome.
That's another area that a lot of people are deficient in.
That one too.
Yeah, go easy with this one though. Don't go too crazy because you don't want to put too much stress on the shoulder.
I like that.
And then do the same thing for the left side because you're going to externally.
Longer now.
There you go.
I just gained 20 inches.
Guaranteed. And then the left side as well, because if you don't have that external rotation on your, well, again, for a right-handed golfer on the left side, which would be the target side, you're gonna see a lot of golfers do that infamous chicken elbow, chicken wing stuff. So
I'm glad you're not here in the studio.
hey, I'd like to see it.
No, yeah,
It's
we don't
getting
want
hot
to
in
see me.
here.
Yeah.
I just got the air on, guys.
Yeah.
I look
Hey,
like
I
a-
like
Yeah,
that one.
Well, Bob, I want to
Two good
ask
ones there,
you.
man.
As we do get older, and of course, I'm in my 60s. Doug is as well. And Daniel's what
53.
53, and as we do get older, no question, this is more and more important every round we go play to stretch beforehand, and I've tried to get in a habit of trying to do some stretching afterwards, as well. And
John's got a knee issue sometimes, and he stretches that pretty good. A ham, he's working on those in the mornings before he goes. I think that's good. I started doing it.
Hammies are big. Tight hammies will lead to back issues. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure that the hamstrings are nice and loose. But what you were saying, I believe, John, it was stretching after the rounds is also, I mean, you're talking about playing back-to-back days. I mean, if you can, before you hit the bar, I mean, if you can do a little bit of stretching, with the golf cart, or once you get inside the clubhouse, that'll go a long way to kind of reduce some of the soreness that you're going to feel the next day.
Let me ask you a question. When we hold those positions, stretching hammies and all that, what's the time? I mean, how many seconds should we apply? I know it's based individually, but 2 seconds is not going to get it done, and probably a minute and a half is a little overdoing it. So, give me a generalization of a time for a stretch.
Well, they say for the static stretches where you're stretching and holding, you want to hold for a minimum of 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, this way
You do not qualify.
It's about the same time it takes to eat a hot dog.
Okay, I like it. You see what's stretching on Daniel, right?
You gotta put him in the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah, he could. Yeah. You ought to see him eat, by the way. Anyway, that's a good idea because I even think I'm stretching. I don't hold any of them 30 seconds, and I need to. Wow.
Yeah, the longer the better. I mean, you got stretch receptors in the muscle that prevent you from overstretching. So, I mean, it's a safety thing. You got a lot of safety mechanisms in the body that prevent you from getting hurt. And so the brain will tell the muscle to kind of tighten up a little bit to prevent you from overstretching.
Right.
But then after about 20, 25 seconds, those become inhibited. You're able to go a little bit further, and then other stretch receptors will take over. But if you don't hold it for that long, you don't really get a good stretch out of it.
That's good information.
Yeah.
Real good.
Bob, we're getting close to the end here, up against some time. I want to give you just an opportunity to tell our listeners a little bit about how they can get in touch with you and possibly how you could help them.
Sure. I mean, I have a website that's got a lot of good information on there, an educational golf fitness website at Golf Fit Carolina. It's just one F and one T, so it's kind of golfitcarolina.com. They can call me. I just love working with golfers, especially those that are injured, get them back out on the golf course. My number is 336-509-4610. So those two, and my email address is bob@golfitcarolina.com.
Well, Bob, we want to thank you for spending some time here with us tonight. And as soon as I get these two guys recovered, we're going to get back on the air and talk some more golf. And but we really do appreciate your visiting with us tonight.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, I'm going to call you for sure. I'm really serious about this. I like what you're saying, and I've learned two things, and we were just trying to get our listeners in on the necessary of stretching, and and you've already talked me to. I'm calling you. Bottom line.
Yeah, give me a call. I'd love to work with you.
All right, Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, you guys.
All right,
Care.
that's Bob Forman with Golf Fit Carolina. And hey, guys, at our age, we got to do this stuff.
Man,
I mean, it's
something in here.
Yeah.
The 30 seconds is what I need.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.